too soon. No emotion in the pocket, keep it cold, keep it still. The market, the kitchen, I'm the one with the skills. Decay don't negotiate. The pack don't hesitate. Red day, lock it down, walk away. Live on another day. Discipline is the weapon. Patience is the blessing. Capital protected, that's the lesson. Protected. Navy and the gold, that's the armor we wear. Stackers in the trenches every week, we prepare. Friday on the live, drop the red, watch it land. Ruben simmering slow, now it's served on demand. 5 for 5, 8 plus, that's the grade that we chase. Not the hype, not the noise, it's the structure, the base. They predict and they pray, we just wait. And we slate confirmation, then we move, that's the Creole trace. Wait, we move in the shadows, we don't make the sound. Smart money hunting while they sleeping on the ground. No fear in the wolf, let them panic, let them fold. We just stack it down, stack it down. In the dark, we get paid. Patience like a predator, we wait on the prey. They predict, they perish, we confirm.
Yo. How y'all doing this Friday? Let me put on some instrumental so I don't get copyrighted by this autoplay that's going. How y'all doing this Friday? How did y'all handle the event that happened today? Tell me about it. I say that for the end. There we go. It's Thursday. Show is Thursday, bruh. And I changed the daggone title too. But yeah, man, how y'all handle today? Michi, how you doing? I didn't catch any of it. Hey, sometimes being out the market is good. We had a huge rotation out of tech. So I'm gonna give y'all a visualization first, just so y'all can see it. These are the weekly candles. I say that as well. Yup. All right, so here go tech. Tech is the main one down. Communications pop, biotech pop, industrial pop. Finance just went insane today, and healthcare. Those are the top two actually. Rhea, how you doing? Terry, how you doing? Consumer Staples trying to make a move. You already see it loading up on a weekly. And real estate looks like they're trying to go in for the sweep. So let's go ahead and get this underway. I'm gonna turn off Loop Apex. All right, y'all already know the drill. Go ahead and start dropping them tickers in the chat. Tell me how y'all did today. How y'all feeling today? How you gonna prep going into next week? Real, how that paper trade going? All right. Tesla, my Esla or Stressler. UNH. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and add Microsoft. Already, that is not what I typed, but sure. ASTS. I'm gonna also add in the market rotation dashboard on here so y'all can see it too. Cause I was looking at this thing all day. B-Rez, how you doing? Oh, Mita. Boom. Hey, Meta has some crazy news today. They basically not gonna depend on AI as much, so that means they not gonna spend their capex. So that'll help them in the long run. All right, so hey, today also I'm gonna go over market rotation because I've noticed in some other communities they don't recognize it, so they'll still be buying calls in tech, on the dip, buying the dip, which is in theory correct, but if it's a mass sell-off, they'll just be buying it to an infinite bottom. So I'm gonna go over that today too. So it's gonna be actually like an educational / confirmation Thursday. Freedom edition. Yeah. What did I see? Oh, I already took off my tickers. All right, so I'm gonna start off with SPY off rip, and if y'all want some more tickers, just put them in the chat. All right, so starting off, we're gonna go S&P. Once I clear these alerts off, holy. Oh, that was an old trade plan. All right, there we go. All right, monthly, decent. We're still holding the WTMA. So overall on the month, we are still bullish. Where is my dashboard? There we go. It is large. All right. So right now for the month, even though it's the second day of the month, we got a doji candle. That's fine. Looking at the week, we closed, green. However, we are inside of last week's candle. So now we're just holding the 12, but we also have a bearish arc pointing to some pullback territory. So this pullback could not be finished, but we'll see. Looking at the daily time frame, we do have an inverse arc on the daily and a close under this trend line. So this trend line rejected it 3 times, but we are in a tight woven WTMA inverse arc and a 12 combination. So that's good. So it can explode up. But if this trend line, fails again, we will come back and revisit this 723 level or this WTMA cloud at 734 or 735. Let me put this market rotation on. I'm gonna put that big. Boom. All right, so you can see that SPY is barely down today, but tech is down big. So that means every other sector had to pick up the slack that tech was, creating. So this indicator alone will tell you that, the daily rotation, this row right here, the weekly rotation, and then the monthly rotation. So if you look at these particular time frames for each of these sectors, you'll see which ones are leading. So today, XLV was leading. For the weekly, financials was leading. And then industrials was leading for the month, even though we're on day 2. So just to prove that theory, I'm gonna go XLI, 1 month. All right, that's the monthly candle. Let's go XLF on the week. Marabazu candle almost. This is a $2 move on XLF. This thing barely moves. And then XLV, go to the 1 day. Marabazu candle, and it went up $4.20, and the ATR is 2.6 per day. So it almost doubled its ATR, which if I had to choose a leader on something, I'm pretty sure this would be the leader. and it's currently over the 3-week trigger, but we do have some time for that 3-week to close. We got a whole nother week for this trigger to close, so be weary on trying to get, you know, longs here. So wait for the pullback to come back to this breaker structure level or this WTMA level right there, and then play the long there. All right, so moving on to DIA. So I called out the rotation in DIA this morning in a Discord. I forgot what time it was. It was super early though. Even though I had did the my top down and daily buys on SPY, but I mean, at least I did the daily buys, and then I recognized later before the market over, I was like, DIA might lead today, and they definitely did. So looking at the month, low volatility, it moves $24 a month. Obviously, we're on day 2 and it's already up $5.49. Looking at the 1 week, we're still holding the WTMA, and we closed above the high of last week. So that's extremely good for industrials. And looking at the week, the daily, we are maintaining the breakout, the break and retest. So break. But we didn't retest the breakout level this time. We retested the WTMA and the 12 EMA. And then we went back up to buy side sweep again, retested the 12 again, which this time it tested the breaker structure, and then we kept going up. So right now, industrials are at all-time highs, and you know, it can run rampant, especially with the high beta tickers that it has in its sector. Just to show y'all what it has in its sector. Here you go. Goldman Sachs, Caterpillar, UNH, Microsoft, AMGN, Google, etc., etc. It's not that many though. 31 holdings, and one of them is the US dollar. So when you see that DIA running, keep some of these names in the back of your head. Make sure y'all get y'all CWCA and CWCM, because in the near future, you probably won't have to remember what's in each sector. That's all I'm going to say about that. So get your certifications, turn them in to Sean, and you'll thank me for telling you ahead of time. All right, moving on to IWM. Oh, I got markings on this thing. Hold on. Actually, I'm going to keep that. All right, so for the month, 2 days in, floating candle actively. We are on an aggressive move. That's because it went all the way up and down. It's just basically ping ponging itself right now. I'm looking like Pookie right now. on the 1 week, so I charted out this rising wedge right here. This is a pattern that if it falls through, it can basically create a knife catcher effect, or if it breaks out, it goes bonkers, right? So the last time it had this same exact pattern is right here. Let's see. Oop. And then this is not scripted either, by the way, peeps. Right there. So you see it, top of that candle, tap, 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 tap. And then we start compressing the closer we get to the top. And then once it fell out, boom, straight to an order block. So, and right now we don't have a current order block on another weekly time frame. So this breaker structure level could be a target if we fall out of this rising wedge. All right. We are making higher highs and higher lows, but now we're starting to flatten out. The WTMA is starting to flatten. Basically everything is just in a tight range. So this thing is the ATR on IWM now these days are $5.50 a day, but you know it's moving $2, $3, $1, 86 cents. Like, so be weary on IWM. But you do know it has these high beta stocks like BE, Credo, FN, Fabrinet. So Sterling, Mod, all of those. So just to show you. So this is AI related. This is why they crashed out today. 18 bucks. Credo crashed out. MOD crashed out. Oh, do y'all see this? Head and Shoulders. Lord. Look at that. Textbook Head and Shoulders. Triple bottom right here. With a 200 tap. This is okay, so Mod is about to be in an active sweep. So if we do get some, some rotation back into tech next week, this will be a prime play because they are kind of expensive. Well, I knew they were expensive up here, but down here, this is where you want to get your earning contracts for August. So keep that in mind. And we did complete this Head and Shoulders. So the pattern is complete. So we can go back up, especially off of a 200 bounce. Anybody got any questions before I keep going? Danny Mitchell, how you doing? Any questions? Hey Tammy, go to the daily time frame on Micron and apply loop apex to the chart. What do you see? What do you see at the reaction at the field, at the higher time frame field? Oh, that's Smoke Wolf. Smoke! I had I was like, man, I seen that picture before. Smoke, how you doing today, man? So I'm gonna put Loop Apex on Micron on the daily. So watch this. All right, I'm gonna put this in replay just to. I just want to demo this because this was fire when I saw it at the end of the day. So I do want to say I was in another community and I called 1,960 as target prices today on the fall on MU today at 5:35 in the morning. I didn't put it in my chat. Got too busy helping other people, but I saw it this morning. I was like, man, it's gonna be a dead cat bounce, and it. Oh my God, watch this. So I'm gonna go to replay, and I'm gonna go right before it made that high. All right, and then I'm gonna go boom, boom. So on the pullback, that's when it makes the higher time frame top of the field, and then after that it starts retracing, right? Watch where it went to today. So boom, we get another field. So we get in discovery mode and then a pullback. And then we start retracing again. Look where we ended today. Oh my. Oh my. Which correlates with a 200. A 200 retest. Whenever it loads. Oh my, there we go. A 200 retest of on the 2 hour. So if memory starts to move, this will be a good spot to start buying longs, but only after confirmation, because we can't just do a dead cat bounce to this change of character line and then continue back down. I just thought that was cool. All right, looking at VIX. So for the month, really nothing. It just gapped up and dropped down and then bounced at the end of the day. Let it come to the fourth zone, man. So right now, we already got an inverse arc on VIX on the weekly. So with that, you want to do a top down on VIX because 6 to 10 candles. Well, which translates to 6 to 10 weeks for us. VIX can cause some problems. All right. And you know when VIX cause problems, you know what sector gets smacked up the worst? Yep, you're right. It's tech. So this is VIX on the weekly, inverse arc up. So right now, this is acting as accumulation, just like this one. So just like this is flattened out. So right now we could just chop, and then when it finally, reclaims the 12, that's when it will have these crazy huge spikes. So much for the bullish month of July right now. And on the daily, we got an arc down, but we can come down here and sweep. So you can see already we swept the cloud. Oh, they clashing. We swept the cloud twice. And then we closed below it today. So now we got an order block, 2 order blocks, and a hidden supply right here that is easily available to be swept right here. And a previous month low. So yeah, we can sweep this level pretty hard because this previous month low is going to be a liquidity area anyway. So that's VIX. Please do a top down on VIX because if this thing sweeps, you can get this kind of spike just like this, just like it did right here. As you can see it, the same pattern. Come down, shallow arc down. It just sits in the demand zone. Then boom, all of a sudden on a Friday, the market sells off. So right here, it's doing the same exact move, sloping down just slowly. It's going to accumulate in here and then it's going to spike. And then 23 bucks, well, 20 bucks, 20.72, and then 23 bucks will be those targets on VIX. So please do a top down analysis on VIX. And also there's WTMA cloud at 1971 will be a target along as this 200. But when VIX cut through stuff, it cuts through stuff. It don't matter. It can be the Fed talking and yeah. When we get at so I talked to Black Wolf and he said actually today if VIX got to 18, I think it was like 1860 something. Put your day trader hat on because we'll have a mass rotation into other stuff, but we didn't get to 18 today, but we definitely had a rotation. So the high today was 1721. So I mean that's close. All right, as fifth, you only can look at this on the daily and up. So right now, most of the S&P is above 60. That's good. But what does that mean if all of the mango, the new Mag 7 mangoes are below their 200 on the daily? That means that's almost a mass exodus out of tech and into everything else, which is defensive, defensive plays. So that's when you got like KO. Look at that. KO, Marabazu. I got you, J Dog. KR. IT. What? All right, and then let's see. I don't know Procter and Gamble did. Yep, PG, TGT. Oh, they didn't do nothing today. What Walmart do? Walmart did something today. So you get those defensive plays like that, and tech is selling down. That's almost like prepping for recession-esque, in the future, especially with these tech companies spending all this capex. All right, let's go ahead and start going into these tickers that y'all requested. What's a king? Man, come on. And, hey man, they copyrighted me last time I played Carpet Man, so I can't. I'm not going to do it. I'm gonna keep these instrumentals playing. All right, so for Tesla on the monthly, I think I already marked this out, but I'm gonna do it again. Boom. Boom. Yeah, I already did this before. I don't know why I erased it though. Probably because it was in the way. But Tesla has a bearish arc down, but we are still holding the 12. That gives us like a sense of compression. Whoa, that's loud. Hey, how is the volume with this music in my voice? Is it balanced? Am I louder than the music? Okay, cool, cause it's just loud in my ear then. Yeah, that thing came on loud. All right. So for Tesla, all right, we got a bearish arc down. However, we're still holding the 12. Even though we closed right under it today, but the previous week low, I mean, that's decent. So if anything, Tesla can come down and test this WTMA cloud or this previous month low and then pop back up, because it's having the same pattern that it had right here. It'll have a huge run up, drop down, consolidate just a little bit, and soon the arc, starts really arcing, massive move up. So right here is doing the same thing. So look for some compression right up in this area. Once it hits like probably this trend line right here and the WTMA cloud and the 12 at the same time, that's when it might just boom, skyrocket up. Guy Green, how you doing? Geyser. All right, here go the weekly. Ooh, excuse my chart. I'm gonna tune this line up now. Yeah, I'm gonna do the lines over since I got a clearer picture. Boom. Actually, I like this one better. Yeah. Let me use the one. Yeah. I'm gonna use that one. I like that one better. Manny, how you doing, my boy? There you go. All right. Oh, I ain't go over the weekly. All right, so on the weekly, we got a bearish arc down. We have lost the 12. So this could be an early indication that we come down to this 1 week trigger, which would correlate with the 200. So that would be a massive sweep if it does come down here, wick and touch that 200. Getting longs there at phase 0 would not be an issue at all, because the downfall from this 200 is literally right on top of a order block. So your downside is less versus getting in up here and then letting it crash down. So, and Tesla is mainly in consumer versus tech anyway. So, and as you can see, consumer is up today. XLP. Oh, today actually, today Tesla traded as tech. See, Tesla one of them ones, man. Today it want to be tech, tomorrow it wants to be consumer. And they gave out their delivery numbers today as well. They actually beat expectations, but as soon as that news came out, they just started crashing and burning. I don't understand why they do that though. All right, so on the daily trend line touch, we hit yesterday's high, tapped that liquidity level and last week's high, and tapped that level, and then just crash and burn. So we had a equal high, and a change of character from last week. We broke it, and it failed the retest, and now we're inside of this fair value gap, and we could pop back up off of this WTMA signal line or the WTMA, but the 12E is pointed down. It's still blue for now, but it can open up somewhere in here, and then that turns red instantly. So Tesla is one of those ones you gotta wait on. I spoke to Sean about Tesla many times. He said, hey, wait until the 200 is under it, the WTMA cloud is under it. Wait till every indicator is under Tesla to get into Tesla. Because when you do, it's a massive move every time. So no 200 here, 12 under it, WTMA under it, boom, massive move every time. Even on the weekly. See, 200, 12, WTMA, boom, massive moves every time. So if you just wait on those same parameters on Tesla, you won't lose. All right, went on the day. Oh, repeat which part? Wait till everything's under it. All right, so yeah. So wait till every moving average that we use is under Tesla or to go long on Tesla, because usually like 8 times out of 10, when that happens, when those same parameters occur when the stars and moon align, Tesla makes a parabolic move. So like right here on the monthly time frame, we have no 200, but obviously the 200 would be somewhere hovering under it. And then we got the 12 under the ticker. We got the WTMA under the ticker. And then after that, it just does a parabolic move. So if I go down to the weekly, you'll see the same thing every time. So here, this was under the 200. You see it didn't do a crazy move. All right, we consolidated a little bit. And then once we got over the 200, over the 12, over the WTMA, boom, parabolic move. But just like 8 weeks of straight gas. And then same thing, come back down, 200. We reclaim the 12 right here. We retested this fair value gap, boom. Come back down, retest this fair value gap again. We reclaim, consolidate, consolidate, consolidate. Now, since we already above the 200, we broke out of the WTMA cloud with the 12, and then boom, parabolic, came back up, started tapping this resistance up here. So when you see this WTMA right here, you want to use that as resistance anyway. So that's going to be one of your main targets. You're going to do this right here. So that way, when you do enter on this, crazy move right here, you already know the sweep is coming because the WTMA tracks liquidity. So with this liquidity level, you don't even want to you tighten up your stop loss. So in the event you do, you're already in here and it does this spike up move and starts to sweep, you tighten up your stop loss or utilize a trail stop loss, boom, you're out at max profit, and then you don't have to endure this chop right here. So yeah, Tesla look good, but you definitely gotta wait till everything lines up on. Moving on to UNH. So on the monthly, we did break the WTMA resistance, the WTMA cloud resistance. So that's extremely important for UNH. We are in an empty void area, or at the beginning of an empty void area on UNH on the monthly time frame. That's going to be extremely important, especially with this change of character line that lines up in the middle of the void. So this is going to be your target automatically. 436. That's going to be an automatic target where you want to trim your contracts. Even if the ATR is unaggressive on the day, even you got two of them, trim one immediately. Because what this could be acting as is this change of character line is a break and retest. So think of it in reverse. Where is it? Invert. Here we go. So think of it as in reverse, right? So you got your high right here. You break 200, come back down to retest right here. So if you fail that retest, you keep going. Or, well, vice versa. If you fail a retest and you go long, you're good. But if it succeeds with the retest, it's just gonna keep going down in this case. So trim profit when you approach a change of character on a higher time frame. Let's see. Weekly. Ooh. All right, so we're about to be in some rough territory anyway. See, that even lines up with the thesis at the change of character, because right here we have the 200 cloud on a weekly time frame. So we do need to close above this one. Well, we already did. We need continuation at least up until this historical resistance at 445. This at 436.5. And then the top of the not the WTMA, but the 200 at 458. So them gonna be your targets automatically. And if it breaks this 200, this thing's gonna go straight to 560. Go ahead and mark that down. Let's see what we got on the daily. On the daily, we look clean. So I am gonna go into smaller time frames just to make sure, but I am gonna line it up with the order block. And you're going to see these empty nodes just disappear. Oh my goodness. This is going to be straight gas. But let me go to the smaller time frames just to make sure. Nothing on 4. Nothing on the 3. We're probably gonna have like a 30-minute trigger or something. Okay. Nothing so far. Hey, man, yeah. What JOG said, like and subscribe. Oh, we got a 1 hour trigger. Okay, so and that 1 hour trigger is well above the level that we're at. So we actually have 2 trades, a scenario with 2 trades. Shout out to Hustle. We gonna have a fresh inverse arc, a run up all the way to 440. It get past 440, tighten up that stop loss. It's gonna sweep. It's gonna come back down. It might come back down to this WTMA level or a significant level that it makes in between this week high and the trigger. So around like 435. And then once it holds that level, that's when it's gonna break through and then off to the races. Microsoft, one of them weird ones right now, but since big money rotated out of tech proper, they're starting to roll in. So what I've been seeing this year is when smart money rotates out of tech, they've been rotating into either energy or software. So that's when you see the CrowdStrikes, the Palantir, is Oracle in software? I don't think that's cause they mostly AI heavy too, but they basically move into software stuff. So CrowdStrike is one of the main ones. That's one of the leaders in software. So Microsoft. So on the monthly, we did lose the 12 a long time ago, but we're sweeping on this monthly demand. Well, we swept on the monthly demand already. So now we're retesting this bearish fair value gap that we have now. So we can dig into that to target 414 in the near future. We are under the 200. Now this is a proper sweep right here that it had a week ago. Perfect sweep too. So obviously you're under 200, but they don't want to lose that level. So an order block was right here, but since we got this breaker structure, bearish breaker structure, it deletes this one. So pretty sure we had an order block here, just going straight across. So we swept it, we closed under it and then swept it, and then came back down at this breaker structure level right here, tapped it. This is what I meant by the break and retest on that UNH. So this old bearish breaker structure is the resistance for the longs right here. So bear stepped in when they hit this break and retest, bullish, and then it broke down immediately. So right now we gotta hold this weekly demand zone. We preferably would have a fresh inverse arc, a 12 reclaim, and a 200 reclaim, and then after that Microsoft can move. And just to show you, I will line up this demand zone, and all this is gonna start tapering off right here. So 430-ish is the zone. I'm gonna get on top of this WTMA. Yeah, 430 is the preferred destination to get in on Microsoft, because trying to front run this right here, right now, if tech goes back up, Microsoft gonna crash because they don't trade the same. They trade as a divergence to each other. For some reason, smart money likes AI and hates the software. Oh, because AI is taking over the software, and when they sell off AI, they have to utilize the software. Yeah. So that checks out. And on the daily, fresh inverse arc, 12 reclaim, and WTMA cloud reclaim in the same candle. This thing gonna get legs in a minute. Manny, yes, please do that top down. We already talked. Please line up this demand. And it looks, hold on. Oh, actually, one right here. This thing supply. Okay, so now for this leg only, you can kind of see where the empty pockets are. Fib and Friday. It's Thursday, folk. Got him. All right. ASTS currently holding the 12. This thing is a choppy ticker, man. Let me see the last month range. The low was 63. The high was 118. What in the world? See the month before. 63, 133. That's $70 moves. $60 and $70 moves in a month. I mean, ooh, that's enticing though. All right, let's see. So the monthly looks decent. We are about to form a bearish arc, but it's not confirmed yet. We obviously have the whole month of July ahead of us. This one took a beat mainly because of SpaceX. When SpaceX came in, all of the space tickers just sold off for whatever reason while SpaceX was rising. I have no idea what was the reason for that. And then when SpaceX started to drop, all the smaller tickers started to go back up. So looking at the weekly, we're retesting this fair value gap from the week. We already tested it twice, forming a double bottom. So that's decent. I can see right now we got an ascending triangle. Nope, I'm gonna use that. Nope. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna use that. Home Depot? Oh yeah. Lowe's shoe. Actually, I'm gonna do this one. Cause I know on the daily it's gonna look good. Yep, there it is. And just shade that one down just a hair. I'm gonna go here. Yep, there we go. Damn Lowe's, man. Lowe's so high, man. I know they better beat earnings every year. They gotta beat earnings every year. All right, so looking at ASTS, we do have a daily inverse arc. We're fighting this 200 right now, and once it does clear that 200, we're gonna be fighting the WTMA cloud. So once we break over, what'd you miss, Geyser? What you miss? What ticker was I on? Chat go. Oh, there we go. She didn't respond yet. Come on, Geyser. Come on. I'm trying to see what ticker she missed. It probably was Microsoft. But until she answered. Oh, there we go. I'm good. I watch replay. Okay, my bad. All right, so for ASTS on the daily, so we did reclaim the 12. We're rejecting the down move on the 12. So right now we're in compression off of this fair value gap retest and this 12 EMA retest. So we got a previous day low and a previous day high, which we're stuck in. And the WTMA cloud is acting as a hard resistance right now. Once we clear this WTMA cloud, ASTS is going to have legs. All right. So last time it cleared it, this is just when price action cleared it. It went parabolic instantly. It went. Let's go. I'm just gonna be conservative. I'm gonna get the top of this candle off the confirmation. all the way. It went up $37 in 7 days. And that's including weekends because that's only 4 bars. Yep, I see it. I got you. Oh yeah, all the time. That's that Southern hospitality. Yeah. All right, so yeah, so ASTS look pretty good. Let me line this up. Let me see what I already see the empty nodes like verbatim. You're gonna have a first empty pocket here, and then you're gonna go straight to 95. And after 95, you're gonna have to fight this WTMA right here, which lines up with ding 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 high volume node. So that's gonna be your hard target off rip, at least TP1 from 85. No, I say TP2. I say TP1 will be around 91, and then 95, 96, TP2, and then you hold your runner, because once your runner clears this 97 range, it's gonna get wicked. So keep that in mind. Do a top down on ASTS. I'm gonna drop a full trade plan for y'all in the chat. Guys, I don't think you're in my Discord. My Discord link is at the top of the, I should have pinned it. Can I pin stuff? Yep, there it is. It's pinned up there at the top. Yup. And then what we got next? Oracle. Anybody get any questions before I keep going? I just want to check. And guys, that's what it's all about. Community. That's what it's about. I'm gonna go over the futures too. Yeah. Ooh, hey, that's fire. Hey, that's fire, Tammy. I'm gonna make a song about it. Stackers and the Wolves hustle, because that's all 3 of the communities in one phrase. Man, I wish my soundboard worked. I got a fix on that though. I wish my soundboard worked. That's fire. All right, cool. All right, so for the monthly on Oracle, it ain't looking too hot. I ain't gonna lie. We are under the WTMA cloud, the 12, the WTMA. The only saving grace is because I know we gonna have an order block somewhere right under us, like literally right under us. Let me go ahead and look at the month. Rail, did you get out of Oracle in profit on that leap you had? I hope so, because I think that day it like spiked up, and you said I think you want to say you weren't holding it. It sold off like the next day, I think. Oh, look at that, man! That boy getting good. All right, so on the weekly time frame, we are under 200, but that's fine right now because we have swept at the 200 before. But right here we have a hidden. Make sure y'all got on the Phantom. If y'all got the trigger, the supply and demand trigger time frames, make sure that you have on the Phantom zones. No, ghost shells, I think. Yeah, hidden owner ghost shells. Please make sure you have those on, because you will miss something if you don't have it. So right now we're sitting on top of a 1 week hidden demand shelf, right on top of an order block. So that's going to be some massive correlation right there, along with the bottom of this WTMA. So we can come down to around 126, 125 and start a sell side sweep, and Oracle could probably have some crazy good news or something. Oh, we just developed our own AI chip, and then it might just, skyrocket or something. So prepare for that, because the floor for Oracle right now is kind of, it's almost at its bottom, but I'm not gonna call it bottom because that's crazy to do, especially how smart money playing it right now. We have a massive head and shoulders on the weekly time frame that I did not see on the monthly, because this looks weird. So on the monthly, Head and Shoulders. Whoop, whoop, whoop. This shoulder is sharp though. So that's a sharp sell-off for like 5 straight weeks. So some news got into them. So watch the possible sweep at around 125. And then if it breaks through 125, you obviously got these other order blocks under it. Around 115, 120 to 110. Oh my goodness. 120 to 110 is a crazy big gap. And then obviously at 100. Looking at the daily. We're about to approach a sweep right now. So on a weekly demand, we're sitting right above it and a daily order block. So I mean, that's decent. That could, act as a temporary bottom. So we might see a dead cat bounce. So the smart money is done with Oracle. We're gonna see a dead cat bounce off of a sweep. You can play this for 2 trades. You can play the sweep up. Then once it comes to this 12 EMA, you already know it's gonna reject because the space from the WTMA and the 12 is so far. So tickers don't go parabolic, without the 12. So let's see, where is the brush? So you're gonna see the 12 coming down like this. You're gonna probably start the curve like that. And then if it does sweep, you're gonna see the WTMA make a sharp thing like this. And then signal, not the signal, the WTMA gonna be like that. I'm gonna go ahead and color that green. So you're gonna see it just like that. And then you're gonna see, let me put a yellow bar. You're gonna see a crazy spike up just like that. I put it yellow. And then you're gonna get a instant rejection into consolidation before Oracle can make that move back up. So just to line up the order block or the demand zone, you'll see that it starts to taper off. Yep, you're gonna come up here, sweep, come back down, consolidate until the ticker reclaims the 12 and the WTMA crosses over the 12. And then that's when you'll have that leg up on the Oracle. Did I put a little more detail in that one? And I hope I'm explaining this as simple as I can, because I don't want to get too crazy. I don't know who's new in the chat. Add Hood, I got you. Hood did his thing at the beginning of the market. Hey, if y'all got any more tickets, go ahead and post some things. Post them. All right, let's go to Meta. Downward channel, double bottom. I'm gonna go to the monthly. Ooh, hey, Meta on the cusp of Meta is on the cusp of bad stuff. So we're already on an aggressive move. On the monthly, it's down. Well, it's down only 19 on the month, but it's down 30 today. So it went up yesterday. But 30 down today is probably what made it aggressive on the monthly already on day 2. If we lose this WTMA cloud, it can get wicked. Your saving grace is gonna be this trend line. Let's see. We're gonna see how that pan out. It panned out pretty dang good. Bloop. All right, so you clearly see this trend line. The 200 on the weekly. Did you get in Hood? That my plan was on point. Man, I missed it because I was in a meeting this morning, but for some reason Sean got in, and I was like, man, dude, my phone be trash in the meetings. Man. MU, please, I got you. Oh, I'm glad somebody said MU, man. I've been talking about them all day. Trust me. All day. Not in my Discord though. Walmart, I got you. All right. So, so for the memory players, I do want to announce that 3 tickers are getting investigated about fabricating the memory shortage. So with that occurring, that is basically, hey, smart money is going to be scared to spend money on these memory tickers because Micron is in it, Samsung is in it, and SK Hynix out of China, they are in that investigation, and that is spooking smart money. That's why you got this massive sell-off on memory right now. Now, with that investigation going on, if, say for instance, if I'm fabricating, a shortage on some components that powers AI, that AI relies on, AI seems like a bubble now because, man, you said you raised up all your prices for no reason just because you wanted more profit. So you really don't need all this memory. Therefore, AI must be a bubble. Boom, they're going to just tank it. So that's why you're seeing these huge sell-offs on memory. That's why when I put that DRAM plan in, I never mentioned it again after that investigation came out. Man, shout out to Manny for not taking that trade, thank God. But you can get shares. You can get shares. They pretty cheap now. Pretty cheap these days. For the weekly on Meta, we swept the WTMA Cloud and the 12 and the WTMA on the weekly. So that was more than likely today because it went down $30. So Meta was making a crazy move and then it just sold off today. So we're still holding the 200 Cloud. So right now we're going to get some compression at this WTMA. This 12 meetup right here is going to get some compression. So either we going to spike down hard, come down, either sweep 519, 520, or 500 or 490. I say 497, or we spike to at least 641, and then next stop will be 683. Actually, let's go to this breaker structure level 678. I followed my plan to a T on hood and still lost. I'm not sure how that happened. Well, how long did you have on the contract? Was it a 0 day? That sounds like Theta start eating away at your contracts. I'm trying to see what she's gonna say. I didn't walk away, I promise. Until she answer. So right now we did a buy side sweep. So we can use this pullback for another consolidation to sweep the lower and then go higher. Especially since Meta came out with the news that they're not gonna. You know what? This really doesn't paint a excellent picture on memory now because Meta came out with news today that they weren't going to utilize as much AI as they anticipated. So if you don't want to use AI and you'd rather use humans, I'm gonna call you crazy anyway because AI is smarter than, it's going to be smarter than all of humanity in about 10 years. So if you're passing up on AI over human, either you're very compassionate or you just know something is not about to go to plan. Okay, so it was a 0 day. So okay. I'm gonna move hood up just so I can go over that play. All right. So yeah, so memory is looking very bad now, especially with I think it was Apple that's outsourcing to China now instead of MU. Dude, there's no good story about memory right now, and people wonder why we tanking. All right, so looking at the daily, I mean the daily don't look bad. We got a change of character yesterday and a pullback today. I mean, but that is a Mount Bazu candle almost. $30 drop. That's not no normal pullback. Especially since when you correlate them with these, that was a 32 drop. That was a 34 drop. So, we are still holding above the 12 and the WTMA. So that's the only good part that I can see on Meta on the daily time frame. We can come down a little lower just to retest this 12 and then pop up. That's the avenue of approach I would use. So whenever you do a trade plan, make sure that you wait on that pullback and a confirmation, because that pullback can just keep pulling back, especially, you know, if Meta said something else, Zuckerberg said something else in the news. I definitely will. Thank you. I want to learn as much as I can what I did wrong. Oh yeah, I got you. So what played? Ooh, I see why. All right, so you had a 0 day. What call did you have? Man, that is I think that's a gravestone, if I remember right. Let me see. Let me make sure. I want to say that's a gravestone doji. That is a gravestone doji. An upside down T. So this could signal a top temporarily, but we'll see how it plays out. So I know you had at least calls. Let's see. Life is short. That Wolf gave me a green light today, but the contracts have wide spreads. Hey, I looked at Roku today. Don't do. I ain't gonna say don't do it. However, if you're gonna get something with wide spreads like that, please get a lot of time on it, because I looked at Roku today and I'm like, man, I'm ready to pull the trigger on it. And I looked at those spreads and they were like 20, 30 bucks apart on a 0 day. And I was like, yeah. I looked at the ones with more time on it. Still, spread was crazy. Okay, you took a. Oh, I'm waiting on Rose. What strike you had, Rose? I need to jump off and I'll catch the rest later. Have a good and safe weekend, fam. Hey, I appreciate you, Tammy. Appreciate you for dropping by. Hope you and the fam have a blessed 4th of July. Don't be playing with them damn fireworks now. Go to a fireworks show. Don't play with them though. Rose. Oh, she probably typing a longer message though. So I know I posted a Roku plan. Uh-oh. Kaiser T, welcome to the trading room. Rose, I'm gonna give y'all Wolf access, even though the free access expired yesterday, but I'm gonna grant y'all the Wolf access because y'all in the confirmation, you know. Let's see. Roku. Did I do a plan? Oh, I didn't post it. It might be in purgatory somewhere. Cause I know I put a list out. More. Oh, that's Trap Wolf. I could have swore I did a Roku plan. Oh, I said it this morning. I didn't put the plan out because I was on my phone. Miss Terrell, how you doing? I'm T. Oh, okay, bet. I got you. Okay, here we go. I got in on a 5-minute fair value gap and had to take profit 120, like Sean said, where supply was. But I was in a 118 call. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna go down to the 15. Oh yeah. You definitely got, so it's gonna pop up. The supply is gonna pop up. There it is. Well, don't use the supply because the supply wasn't there until the sell-off happened. But this order block is up here is how Sean got that 120 level. So he already knew I'm gonna put extended on too. So I'm gonna show you exactly how the levels were known. So first off, we got a compressed after hours yesterday and a kinda compressed pre-market right here. So with that, I gotta go back because it ain't right here now. So with a compressed pre-market, you already know that a big move is gonna happen fast and in a hurry. All right. So since I already see this, I'm gonna go back to the regular time. All right. So you got this order block all the way from, holy crap, January 2026, January of this year. So you got this order block that's coming all the way across. So, and it's on a 15 and it's on the first test of that order block. So you know it's not going to immediately break through it because you know it didn't get retested anytime. So it's just one time. Every time, more than likely, the first time that it hits that order block is going to be a rejection off the rip, and no questions about it. So when Sean called out the well, when you got the 118 call, I'm gonna go down to the 5 since you got it on 5 fair value gap. Ooh. That's probably the problem though. Yep, because it was only one big fair value gap. So you probably got in either right here, or wait till this retest and then went up. This is only a $3 move to 120. So you got to take your profit super fast on this. Oh, 1 hour bearish order block. Let's see. Oh, it's oh, there we go. Breaker structure right here. So I'm gonna go back here and you're gonna see that order block pop up. Yep, right here. So, ooh, there it is. 120. Okay, so you got a break of this order block, a break of this supply, and a break of this hidden supply shelf. So I'm gonna go up one candle. So you gapped up over all of that. Okay, this is the prime example. Thank you. So when you get a gap up like that and you haven't retested these order blocks or these supplies, you automatically gotta know that it's gonna do a buy side liquidity sweep. And this is gonna correlate with what I called out on MU at the beginning of the week. All right. So 117, did you get in immediately off that 5-minute fair value gap or what? Because once that 5-minute fair value gap hit, it started selling off probably 20 minutes after that. 117, yeah. So you only had like a short amount of time to stay in this trade to be profitable, because once it hit that 120, that level Sean called out, it tanked for the rest of the day. And then with Theta, if you do 0-day contracts, any down move against your contract is going to eat away at your contract more than the stock not even moving. It barely tapped 120, and that's when I should have got out. It rejected quick on the lower time frame, but I was watching the 1 hour. Yep. So soon as it tapped, all it did was begin a buy side sweep, a buy side liquidity sweep. Especially after that news, that Fed news we had today. It was kind of good news, but it was also a near miss. So it wasn't as bad as they expected. So with that, you gotta, honestly, if it would have gapped up and just started spiking up that fast, and I know 120 is super close, I wouldn't even got in the trade. Now with that 1 hour order block being up there, you could have got some puts right at the order block because it was the first time of testing it, and you would have made bank right up here. At 120, you got in puts, it would have just fell all the way down to 110, 111. That's a $9 move down. Oh, 118 call. You got, oh yeah. That's why. So your strike and your distance from the actual ticker All right, peace out, JOG. Hey, man, be safe on that road, man. Because I know you ain't left work yet, man. You be working too late, bro. So when your ticker is already so close to the strike, you're already overpaying for it anyway. And then plus it's a 0 day, any drop or opposite move against your strike is gonna hurt you drastically. And the longer you hold it, like it could literally still go your way, but the longer you hold it on a 0 day, the more theta eats away at it. So yeah, 0 day in it sometimes do not work out, even though it goes your way. She should have switched to the 5-minute time frame after getting in. Yep. Especially on that fair value. So if you get in on a fair value gap, on a 5-minute fair value gap, I would just watch that the whole time. And honestly, I would probably do the split screen view and then watch it that way. I would do this right here. So right now it's prime for next week to go up because they did that buy side already. Came down and retested, changed the character, and it's still holding WTMA. Here we go. Oh, with my indicator. There we go. I wonder why that stuff was off. Let's see. Oh Lord, what you done said you done deleted. March! No, I was just kidding. I've been off almost for 2 weeks dealing with family issues, trying to get my mojo back. Hey, you picked the right time to take a break, I tell you. Cause I know you like to trade MU and all that. You would have made a killing on puts though. You'd have made a killing. That actually didn't make it better. I'm sorry. You would have made a killing though. So yeah. So on hood. All right. So here's the 5 right here. Oh, actually, it's all of that. I need to move this stuff now. Golly, why these dashboards so big? All right, here we go. That's the 5. That's the fair value gap that was pinged in the Discord. And then your distance to 120 is only roughly $4. Well, $3 since you got in at 117. Soon as it hit 20, it crashed out immediately. So at one point you was up, but the moment it came back down to your entry and just kept falling, there was no getting it back. Like even if it would have came down to 112 and spiked all the way back up to 120, you would have barely broke even because of the theta eating away at your contracts. I use 2 minutes a lot when I'm getting in. Ooh. You know I'm just scared. Hey. Hey, I don't blame you. I wish I would have called them levels out earlier because I was talking to Sean on the way to work today. And I said, hey, man, I called 1,000 and 960. And, man, I'm talking about, I said, man, that's some preciseness right there. All right, let's see. So that's hood. Let me look at the daily real quick. I mean, the daily looks decent, but I don't like that gravestone doji for sure. That's an early sign of reversal. Well, that is the sign of a reversal, other than an inverted hammer. But it did good news with the Trump account. So I mean, you know, it could pan out. It did hold that breaker structure and pop in an order block though, and it's sitting on a fair value gap. So you do have that grace for re-entering, but make sure you get time on it because time is the most important, one of the most important aspects in picking contracts. All right, FCL. I remember this one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What in the hemoglobin haberdashery? I'm pretty sure these prices aren't real. 50. Oh my. Ooh, who put FCL in the chat, Lord? Alright. Well, the monthly. The only thing I can tell you about the monthly is that we got a inverse arc and a floating candle for now. So we have that going for it. I'm gonna go to the 2 week, see if we. Ooh, Lord. Oh my God. Oh yeah, I got you. If you need some more detail, just ping me in the Discord. I can walk you through it. I can like draw on charts and everything better on Discord than on live. I don't want to make my charts messy. Weekly, 2 week look good. The 2 week look good. We definitely have an order block coming up at 53. I can tell we did a buy side sweep right here today. Well, this either in these 2 weeks. Yeah, here we go. They go to sweep right here at 30.28, and we came back down. And we also hit this 200. And then let's see what the daily. Ooh, right to it, right to the trigger. 1 day trigger supply. Swept it clean, right back down to the fair value gaps and breaker structure levels that we had already, conquered. So right here is a good spot to buy on the break and retest. You already got your confirmation, and you got your breakout with a buy side sweep, and then a pullback into that breaker structure area on top of fair value gaps, on top of the WTMA cloud, and on top of the 12 EMA. That is a lot of confluence. So that's very good, especially on a daily time frame. You'll probably have to never look at the 2 week or the monthly again because of that craziness that's on the chart. Higher time frame for confirmation, but I would scout those lower time frames in a heartbeat when we're looking to stay in. I haven't gotten that confidence to lock, confidence on lock to always let them ride through the times they start. Hey, it does be like that. I put in. Ooh, did you upload the WTMA audit that Sean sent out? I want to say a month ago, probably a month and a half ago. Did you upload that to your Blackwell? The out of money contract stuff too. All you gotta do is ask Black Wolf about that, and he'll educate you all about it. And I also dropped a where is it? I dropped a free module of my psychology or trader's mind module in the chat. Let's see, right here. I gave it out for homework 2 days ago. I don't know if anybody used it. So if you're in my Discord, you can get that module for the free ski. If you struggling with some mental blocks when letting trades ride and all that. Actually, let me go ahead and do this mod. So you're gonna get a ping from the onboarding channel. Now you can see my trade plans in the pre-old trade plan section. There we go. All right, there we go. So yeah, you'll get a ping in the onboarding and for my automated bot. So yeah, FCL looks good on the daily time frame. All them other ones is crazy looking. Moving on to APLD. APLD looks decent. It did a little pullback, little $12 pullback. That ain't too bad. It moves $9.50 a month, so that's really not bad. It moved down $9.98 last month, and it's already down half of its ATR in 2 days. I ain't gonna say that's good, but nevertheless, we're still holding the 12 EMA, but we are starting to form a bearish arc on the monthly. So that's a strong time frame. So we have a bearish arc confirmed and a 12 reclaim on the weekly time frame. It ain't looking too good right now, but we are in the previous month low right now. So we can sweep liquidity at this particular level, especially if we come down and tap this WTMA cloud on the week. Oh, I like this. Yep, we already swept out of this. It's a 200 coming through. So we tapped both 200s out of the 3. Came into this. We came up to this trend line and inside of this order block, and then we rejected the down move. So what you want to look for here is a reclaim over the 200 on the daily and probably a 12 EMA inverse arc and a 12 reclaim on the 2 hour. So 2 hours probably gonna be your key time frame right here if you're looking into entering APLD. Let's see what the 2 hour look like actually. Yep. Let's see. Trigger demand. Okay, yeah, so you're gonna get a spike up here and then you're gonna reject again, they're gonna consolidate. Once the 12 comes down and meet that WTMA, that's when the move will start. Let's see, Jack in the Box. Okay. You will do. I did the homework. Great read. Oh yeah, appreciate it. I definitely put in my experiences in that whole training because, woo. Although they often end up where I projected they would. Just got to get the nerve steel strengthened. Yeah. That'd be the hardest part, especially when somebody could tweak something and just shake the whole market, or a deal just goes to poop, or the Strait of Hormuz gets attacked, all of that. Then you got to juggle the economic news as well. So I mean, it's a lot of factors that go into this rotation, because I mean, I look at the sectors every morning before the market even open, and I'll be like, okay, what's already moving in pre-market? Oh, this looks good. It's at a demand zone. Energy could move today, like stuff like that. All you gotta do is correlate that with the economic data that comes out, and you'll be a sound trader, especially with those oil inventories. Whenever you see a negative number, that's good because we're consuming oil. So, you get an inverse arc on the daily on ZOM. That's when you like, oh man, I already know what this is about to do. Boom, I get in. My Discord is pinging. Unusual voice activity. Review the alert. Somebody probably joined a voice channel. Sid, welcome. Mike, welcome. I'm looking at the mutual servers because I don't want to get spam botted. Mal, welcome. Because putting your discourse and stuff on YouTube, man, you could get spammed like crazy. Unusual joint activity detected. Okay. I'll see. Oh, so the monthly on Jack in the Box, we got a fresh inverse arc with a tap of the WTMA cloud. This could do something. So the 12 is already crossed over the WTMA cloud. You need the WTMA to cross over that cloud, and Jack in the Box can make a pretty good move. That's all my family joining. Okay, bet. Hey, I sure was about ban. I was about to get that ban hammer out on the live. No, I'm just kidding. That's why I'll be looking at the mutual servers. If they're in Sean's, I already know they're vetted. So the new CEO came from Taco Bell. They may have a short squeeze. You can look up the short interest on I think it's on SEC.org or something. If they have an excessive short a short interest, that will create a short squeeze when they have to cover their shorts, and then you get those parabolic moves like that. Oh, you did? Oh, see, you already ahead of the game. My bad for disrespecting. So on the weekly, this looks good. You got accumulation right here with this elongated WTMA inverse arc. See, this is the prime example of what I meant. So remember how I said if the 12 is so far away from the WTMA and the price spikes up very fast to the 12, you're gonna reject. So you see that it tapped this 12 4 weeks straight and then still rejected, and then it came back down, held the WTMA, started accumulating. Now the 12 is still sloping down towards the WTMA. Boom, instant spike. That's crazy how they just, I'm glad I put these in the same order. Oh yeah, that band hammer go crazy. Does everyone know about your fib finder? It won't say specific name in the event it's an issue. No, I'm not sure if everybody know about Loop Apex. That thing pretty accurate. I'm gonna show you on MU since MU is coming up. I ain't forgot about you, Kevin. Yeah, Loop Apex is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. I surprised myself. It's much more cleaner than the fib and fib, but it still does the same thing as fib and fib, but on a all-time frame, like all-time, like of the history of the ticker spectrum. So just case in point, over here, go to the month, put on Loop Apex, it maps out the entire, since the dinosaur. So it maps out all of that, and then it gives you extensions. And then it gives you, in the active field that it's in, it gives you those bounces, those bounce levels and everything. While you holding out, this a paid for one, Michi. One-time payment. Yeah, this one ain't free 99. Yeah, it's definitely an upgrade from the other one though. I can vouch for that. If you I got the guide right here. It's right under the buy button. So don't mistakenly hit the wrong button. But there you go. That's where the guide is, right under the buy button. So you get the guide first before you can buy it. So the monthly looks good. The weekly look good. Elongated WTMA inverse arc. And then let me look at the daily. Ooh, that's good. This is good. All right, so let me line up this supply. This leg right here. We're gonna have some empty note. Ooh, okay. Still a steal. Oh yeah, lifetime access. Lifetime. Oh yeah. When I saw Sean's reaction to it, I was like, oh yeah, this is a good one. So on the daily, you already got the WTMA and 12 EMA breakout right here. Now you got the 12 crossing over to 200. This is going to be the most important crossover on the daily time frame right now. So you already got the change of character. You got to retest it on that same candle. Retest of the 12 and the WTMA at the same time. man, this thing is probably gonna make a crazy move soon. We had another retest of the 200 and the WTMA, and now we got a Gravestone Doji to end out today. So basically, all it did was just open, spike up, spike down, and close in the same spot that it opened up at. But most importantly, we reclaimed the 200 on the daily time frame, and you already see the range that it can move to on the daily time frame. Yeah, Jack in the Box looks smooth. Oh, that's crazy that the short squeeze news popped up here. That's crazy. And they got added to the Russell. Oh yeah, they gonna go. This is like leak territory too. It's like IPO almost. What's the IPO price? 17 bucks. This is the IPO price. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. All right, Kroger. Previous month low was swept off of that level. And now we currently have a Marbazu candle in the 2 days of this month. And it's already up $2.69. On a weekly time frame, we swept the bottom of the 200 cloud. Every month low again. But we did lose the demand. So right here is where we lost the demand. Closed under it. Now we retested it and then came back down, and then we swept the 200 in the previous month low. Now we can look for probably a 4-hour inverse arc to get in position on that. What happened? Wow, what happened? What happened? What happened? I didn't do it. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, this 200 bounce looking real good. Oh, there go the sweet daily trigger and the order block. That's smooth. All right, so right here, more than likely we're going to reject because the 12 is so far away from the WTMA. Even though we got an inverse arc, it's probably going to reject, come back down to this fair value gap, retest, consolidate just a little bit, and then it's going to go up to sweep at 60 bucks. And then that's where you want to play the two trades. So you want to play off the inverse arc with the fair value gap retest all the way up to 60. Tighten up your stop loss, let it drop, let it retest, and then get back in. Oh yeah, Jack in the Box here, IPO price. That's insane. Let's see what the 4 hour look like. Let's see. Okay, that's the same thing. 2 hour gonna look way better. Yep, we reclaim. 12 gonna be coming right up, right around here. Yep. Ooh. Yep. Straight playing on Jack in the Box. Go ahead and do yourself a favor. Does that apply to all time frames when the 12? Yes. Yes. Ooh wee. Give me a random. Actually, let's see. What I was just typing. Let's see if I can find one. I'm gonna go to Apple on the daily. Yep, here we go. I already see it. Right here, right? So WTMA down here. We got a little gap. So we get the first couple of spikes up, reject, come back down. Then once it reclaimed that second time, after the 12 dipped down towards the WTMA, that's when you had that continuation move. This was probably a day of bad news, and then it just swept anyway. And then that's when Apple started its run. So even if you know like this order block is already here, you can just get in at the bottom because you're in the order block. You already got an inverse arc up, and you just know this is a sell side liquidity sweep. So this is phase 0. You already know that phase 0 is occurring. You already know that the downside is minimized. And then you get in 2 months later, you up 71 bucks on Apple. You know, So yeah, that's what Kroger is probably gonna do right here. SoFi been moving lackadaisical. But SoFi, I was telling somebody else in another community yesterday about SoFi. SoFi is in a position where you could get earnings contracts for cheap because they have earnings like August 7th, something like that. July 29th. You can get earnings contracts for about $120 for August expiration at a 20 call. So that's pretty cheap. You can stack those up, and when it does make that move, you can definitely make some money on that. So you already see this trend line on the monthly. I drew this yesterday when I was explaining it to that other person. Elongated WTMA inverse arc, 200 retest, 12 EMA reclaim. Now the only obstacle we have left is the WTMA cloud, because when it dives down like this, it acts as a hard resistance. So price action will literally go to the tip of it and just reject. So be on the lookout for that. But then again, you can get your contracts for even cheaper on that rejection. So I would let price come to about right here and let it reject off of this 200. And then once it holds this previous month high and starts to consolidate a little bit, play it up to the sweep. But then again, that's the earnings around that time. So that one's a little iffy, I'm not gonna lie, especially with that 200 coming down. But if you do end up conquering this area right here before earnings, it's golden, because now the magnet is going to be $22 instead of just 20, and you will have a 20 call. You'll be $2 in the money before earnings, and then you can either decide to hedge it or cut them in profit. Roy MU. All right, so now I'm finna show y'all Loop Apex. Hopefully I can do this in one take so I can use it as a short. All right. So just to show y'all that this ain't planned. I'm gonna go back in historical time. All right. You see that it's in this current field, and now you're just gonna play it through. I'm gonna go to one time. So watch how Loop Apex behaves. All right, so it broke into a new field range. All right, so now you got these levels of resistance. Boom, discovery mode. And it tells you when the trend is strong too. All right, boom, sweep. Look at that. Sweep off of this level at 160, 167. That's funny. That's cute. And then once it conquers that one, all right, came back down, retest, boom, fair value gap. And now I'm just gonna let it play. Now you can see how, look at that, sweep off of that, come back. That's insane. So it anchors to the highest point and then retraces back. But mind you that we're in extension mode right here. So you need a hard pullback for this higher, this anchor field to lock in place. When something is going in parabolic mode, it just it's in discovery mode. So all of these are temporary. The blue ones are temporary fields. And then once you get an actual pullback, the red anchors come up. So now we're in deep discovery, pull back, top of the field right here. And there it is. I'm gonna go in 3 times so I can speed it up. And then at the end of all of this, you'll see exactly what I was talking about with the retracements, the actual levels of it. That's crazy. All right, so now we got last month high. With that candle close, it locks in that high, and then it anchors the retracements down, right? So now, if you look probably on any time frame under that anchor, you'll see the breakout levels. So here's a breakout level. We almost tapped it, and then we almost touched it for support right here. This one was null and void. It just broke through right here. And then now where we're currently at on this week is that we're retesting that the higher time, well, the almost all-time high field. So now we're just retesting the fib at the bottom of this channel. So once we break down below this, the micro fibs go into this channel, and then it tells you the smaller levels within inside of this field. Because MU right now can go back to that 12, but let me make sure. Let me look at the daily. And then on the daily, you can see it even better, right? So you got the anchored right here, higher time frame here, and then once you start retracing, you got a sweep here, you got a sweep here, LG here. Once you start breaking down, you come straight to the higher time frame fib, and then you get that pop. And that correlates with a 2-hour tap of the 200. And Sean actually made money off of this one. Right here. He actually made money off of this little pop-up at the end of the day. So yeah, Loop Apex is pretty good. But for right now, let me go over the analysis on MU. So MU, super bullish, higher time frame, yes. It does need to hold the top of this candle though. On the weekly, we are trading inside of the WTMA and the 12. That's usually not good, especially with the huge sell-off we had after earnings. And along with that, that news that we had about them fabricating, that we're fabricating the shortage. Where is it? It should be somewhere in here. Oh, it's not. Or events. They're under investigation though. I'll put the article in my Discord. Yeah, I'll do that. So this fib has to hold, or we come back down to this fair value gap on the weekly and the 12 EMA. Looking at the daily, area of interest is definitely WTMA cloud or a sweep potential, or this previous week low, previous month low. My bad, because we got a fresh arc down with a floating candle because this is not touching the 12. So that's your confirmation for the downside right now. Like there's a literal confirmation on a higher time frame for the down move. I called it out this morning. I wish I would have called it out to my people, but I don't like getting my people in super huge beta plays because I don't play super huge beta plays. But I definitely called out 1,000 and then 960 this morning at 5:35 a.m. on the way to work. Yeah, they being sued. Them, SK Hynix, and I think Samsung. Was it Samsung? Not sure who it was. I'm not sure that third company. I know it was them, Hynix, and some other company. Probably SMCI over there smuggling chips again. Yeah, so MU ain't looking too good, but the only saving grace that it has right now is this 2-hour time frame, which is the 200 retest. So this 200 cloud can save you, but it also could be a dead cat bounce up to this change of character line, and then it rejects back down. If it rejects back down, we definitely coming down to 883, 880. I was trying to help some other people today. I was screaming market rotation, man. And let me tell you, it was definitely rotating. But they didn't want to believe it. I was like, man, healthcare up, utilities up, get out of tech. It's like, I'm buying the dip. Okay. I like the wolf chart don't miss, man. Wolf chart don't miss. Anybody got any questions? Any questions? Brown, Brownwood, how you doing? Michi, appreciate you. Any simple advice for beginners like myself? Do you got the wolf chart by chance? I will. Oh, DKNG, I got you. I will tell you now. Please, if you don't have the wolf chart, please get the wolf chart. Hey, look. Okay, you do have it. All right, cool. Okay, next, get your CWCA. All right. So let me show you just a simple. This is gonna be a simple trick right here. So using MU right here as an example, since it's already here. All right. So without your CWCA, you don't have the WTMA cloud, right? So there's no way for you to track a parabolic move. All right. You can be like, okay, yeah, I think it's gonna go crazy, but you don't know for sure, right? All right, so with the WTM with the CWCA, oh, you already got it? Oh, hey, yeah, you need to go ahead and hit up Sean, because you gotta get that WTMA that cloud. Cause the parabolic moves, once you get a 12 EMA crossover, like right here, a 12 EMA crossover over the WTMA cloud, that's your parabolic move indicator right there. That's your parabolic move. Like, hey, bing, 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 we're about to go. Ready for takeoff. Look at this. So when it crossover, boom. Every time. Right here again, boom. Like, this is crazy. This dude is a genius. Waiting on the good music. Oh yeah, you already know I'm gonna hit the outro. So actually the outro song today is gonna relate so crazy. Like I'm glad I made it yesterday. It's gonna relate to what happened today. I took a private beginner session with Sean as well. Things aren't sticking. Okay. Well, you in my Discord. I put in some walkthroughs sometimes. Probably I would say like once every 2 weeks. Like I did with UNH about a month ago. I don't remember. Let's see. I mapped out the whole move on UNH. Bro, if you don't get up out of here. Here we go. I mapped out the whole move. It was actually crazy that I saw this. So right now we're at 420, 425 we closed at. Look at this. I even mapped out the consolidation at the 200 on the weekly. That's crazy. Look at this. 12 EMA, WTMA, create parabolic moves. It had just crossed over. Oof. So now we're just in this consolidation phase. And then once we break this 200, like for good, 530, 540. Yes, sir. And this was done on, this was forwarded on 628. I don't even remember what day I did it on. Yeah, I don't know what day I actually did it on, but it was a long time ago. Yeah, I got too much history with UNH in it. But yeah, please hit up Sean. I think he said he's gonna be going through his DMs today. Pretty sure. Oh, that was yesterday. I'm not sure. That guy's a troll. All right. But yeah, just can you do Walmart, please? I got you. I could have I put that on there. I didn't. Oh, it was hidden. That's why I couldn't see it. Okay, cool. Wow, it literally fell out my channel though that I had. All right, I got you. I'm gonna take that off since that's invalidated. Actually, Walmart is just going through a pullback. It looks drastic. It's probably just a long time, but we do have a bearish arc right here, right now, on the monthly time frame. So that's the largest time frame that I use when I get my confirmations. But we are retesting this WTMA cloud, so that's good on your part. Let's see the weekly, retesting this breaker structure, and then popping back up. But I want to see a little more actual support, like an order block or something down here, just in case it's not, it's going to continue down. So it is on aggressive right now. That's a 12. Yep, the 12 crossing over the cloud applies to every time frame. So especially like on so remember that BE play, that opening close candle, that 5 minute time frame. The cloud, it crossed over, the 12 crossed over the cloud. That's why BE went crazy the same day or the next day. Why do I remember that? That's insane. All right, so we do have the 12 crossed out of the WTMA cloud. Let me see on the month real quick just to make sure. Okay, I mean, this could spell bad news, but it didn't cross over yet. But the monthly 12 looks like it wants to cross over under the WTMA cloud. So be cautious in that. It already did it on the weekly. Change of character. We all we did was retest that change of character, and now we're continuing down. But something right here is holding it up. So let's dig a little deeper. Oh, there it is right there. Order block, shouty. Yep, you can. Yeah, and man, that's the best, one of the best alerts ever. So right here, we almost had a tap of this 200 on the 3-day, and we're actively sweeping the 3-day order block. So the 3rd day just closed today, so we're just stuck in this order block until Monday. You can see three days and 20 hours. Let's see what the daily got. It should have the same one, maybe. Nope. It got a breaker structure. Okay, so it has a breaker structure on the day, which derives from over here. So nope, right here. Derives from here to here. So we got that breaker structure, and then we get a retest of that breaker structure. Walmart can come down to 100. It can come down to 100. It just, if it don't have a strong move up towards like reclaiming this 12 on the daily, 100 is in the cards. Especially since we already crossed under the 200, under the WTMA cloud with velocity, and then the 12 crossed under the bottom of the 200 too. So, yeah, I think we're going to come down here to 100 and then consolidate. And then if Walmart, it's smart money to start rotating into consumers and stuff like that, like they already are, since we already up $3, it can pop back up. But that 3-day order block is important right now. DLW, man, let me tell you. Ooh, another use case of Loop Apex. Oh, I just nerded out, my bad. Yup, there it is. Watch this, watch this. I'm gonna go back right here. Oh, so I'm also working on a regime indicator. I don't know if anybody saw it. It helps you visualize the risk on and risk off factor in the stock market. So say for instance, actually, I just do this. It should be neutral right around here. Let's see. Yep. So when it consolidating, like when all the equities are like not, being pushed up. Oh, no problem, Luis. If equity is not being, going crazy like fast, or if VIX spikes, it'll tell you. So I'm gonna go in dashboard mode. This is still definitely still in testing right now, but so far I like it. All right, so watch what it does when price action pops up. So it tracks your VIX, your bonds, credit, gold, futures, all of that at the same time, and it gives you a score. So when you see the market spiking up, you will see the regime change. I'm gonna go 1+. Yeah. So when you see these parabolic moves or like them crazy moves, you'll see it. It'll say risk on. See how that goes? Then risk off, risk on. But then again, this is just on GLW. So this is like a broad market, not just for the particular ticker. All right, so here we go. Let's see if, so this was risk on because we was, going crazy that same day. And then, we got a buy side sweep at the top of loop apex. Now I want to see, let's see, 12. Okay, we went to the 12. Okay, that's fine. But we did gap down. And we went straight to neutral off of that. Fear rising, money favor stocks, but that's selective and that's only in bonds. Equity was mixed. So that means that, the stock market was picking particular, tickers to run. So not an overall kind of thing. And then that's what we're going to use with Sean release to correlate that. Man, it's like the ecosystem is getting smarter and smarter. All right, next. Oh, that was it right here. So it's still neutral, but for tech, it's definitely down. So right here, we're defensive. So that means that gold was being bought up today while tech was down. So if you go to GLD right here, yep, GLD and gold, look at that. So that's what I'm in the process of building right now. It's definitely a headache in my head. Help. Send help, please. Go back to the strip mode. All right. So, yeah. GLW looks all right. But we definitely broke through some fibs. Like, because we was micro fibbed out up here. And it broke through all of that. It broke through all that. Even the WTMA cloud did not stop this thing from dropping today. It dropped $23 today and it dropped $34 yesterday off of a gap down. So with that, you already know that that's a top, especially with this this daily candle looking like that. So if I go to the week, you're just gonna get a huge wick at the top. Like that's a almost an inverted hammer. If it'll be an inverted hammer if the body was a little smaller and the wick was a little bit longer. But to me, this is an inverted hammer anyway, because that wick is just insane. You wrote it down. Ooh, man, let me get $1. Let me get $1. Golly, I know you banked. Yeah, GLW is at a previous day low right now. Well, that's today since it closed. It's still holding a 12 on a weekly, but I don't like that wick on top of that candle. I can tell you now. The daily we gonna be arcing. Yep, we about to arc down. There's no support right here other than this fair value gap. We might dig into this fair value gap, come down to this previous week low, and then try to bounce. or we keep going crashing through that and then come down to 173 to sweep that order block. 4 hours gonna tell the same thing, but it's gonna tell you sooner. So yeah, trend line, previous week low, same spot, or 200 and sweep. Yeah, I like that. All right, that's all the tickers that was on the list. You know, I'm gonna put out some more information in the Discord before the night over with. I want y'all to enjoy y'all freaking 4th of July though, so I ain't gonna overwhelm y'all. But you know, I put out some anyway, cause the grind never stops. And back to this outro song. It's gonna be the song I uploaded yesterday, and yeah, it definitely is talking about liquidity sweeps and stop loss hunting. So yes, I want y'all to listen to it on the outro. If nobody has any more questions, going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. I'm finna go ahead and hit this outro music. I appreciate y'all for joining in on this Thursday's confirmation. Y'all have a blessed weekend, and y'all keep in touch.
This the song right here.
Equal high, sitting pretty. That's a pool of blood in the water. Every stop in the same spot. Telling the wolf where the slaughter price spike through the ceiling. Everybody call it a breakout. Nah, that's a sweet grabbing liquidity. Didn't flush out. The wick that took you out was the whole entire point. You was fuel for the reversal. They just needed your coin. Above the high, below the low. That's where the orders be. Smart money don't chase, they raid, that's the lesson. I don't set my stop where the crowd set theirs, cause the obvious level is bait, and the market don't care. Wait for the grab, watch it snap back with force. That ain't a top, that's a trap, read the source. Sweet, they came for the liquidity, ran the stops, then reverse, that's the trick you see. Don't be the blood in the water, don't be the bait. Wait for the raid, they confirm patience over the chase. Cold room, locked in, watching the level get taken. They run it, they chop it, every amateur shaking. Sat on my hands while they panic and folded. The sweep did its job, now the real move exposed. It below the low, they hunt the loans above the high, the shorts liquidity's the brain, the wick tells the reports with the chart, not the news. I don't flinch at the spike, cause I know how they move. Taking stops in the night, confirmation over prediction. Let it show me your hand after the sweep, after the snap. That's when I make my stand. It's a stop hunt, it's a raid. They need your fear to get paid. So I don't